Hello and welcome to justcomparecars.com. My name is James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video of this 2017 Mitsubishi L200. It's a 2.4DI-D 178 Barbarian auto double cab. It's done just 74,000 miles and it's got full service history with a massive 7 services in total. Okay, so we've been doing these walk around videos for quite a while now and we find them to be very popular. Mainly because it means you get to view the vehicle from the safety and comfort of your own home, but as if you were here with me today in person. As we walk around the vehicle with you today, we'll look at all the panels individually, looking for any marks, scratches or dents. We'll have a look at the wheels and the tyres, looking at the tread depths. We'll have a look in the back, in the canopy. Then we'll have a look inside the vehicle, looking at the seats and all the functionality in there. I'll even tell you what it smells like too. When we've done that, we'll pop the bonnet, have a look at the engine, and finally we'll have a look underneath at the underside of the engine, the chassis, and of course the spare wheel. Now, once you've watched the video, if you're happy with what you see and you'd like to buy it, a small deposit will secure it, and we can pretty much deliver it anywhere that you need it to be. If you're looking to finance the vehicle, we will ask you for a deposit to cover the VAT because it is obviously a VAT applicable vehicle. An application takes about 5 minutes, and we can usually get you a decision within an hour. It's also worth mentioning that once you've watched the video, if you think I've missed something or if you'd like to see something particularly in more detail, please just ask. At the end of the day, there's nothing to hide. I'd rather show you absolutely everything while you're sat at home comfortable. Okay, so let's start with the bonnet and then we can work our way around from there. Okay, so I like to be as transparent as possible on these things. At the end of the day, you know, something that doesn't mean anything to me might mean the world to somebody else. So I'd rather show you, as I say, absolutely everything on the vehicle. It can take a little bit of a time to go through the process, but in my opinion, I'd rather see everything rather than nothing. Right, so hopefully you can see from this, the panel's in lovely condition. There's no nasty marks or dents, and everything looks nice and clean. However, it says I've obviously been on the UK road, so there are stone chips. I wouldn't say that they're particularly bad, but they are there. So there's one there, there's another one there, one there, and then there's 3 very small ones there. I can't see any others. I mean, obviously they are minor, but obviously I'd rather show you. And they obviously, any vehicle that's been on a UK road's bound to have a few stone chips, just part and parcel of normal everyday use. So, driver's side headlight is in lovely condition. There's no damage. As you can see, it's got the pop-up light, pop-up washer, because obviously it's a xenon light. Front bumper, again, there's going to be stone chips. I can't point them all out, but there's a couple of little tiny marks there. There's another one just there as well. They're not serious. Obviously, I'll try and point anything out that's bigger. There's a tiny stone chip there. There's a little bit of paint rubbed off on there, I don't know what that's from. And there's a little scratch there, but nothing serious. And the passenger side headlight's in lovely condition as well. Let me just pop this sheet back in the vehicle. So, passenger side front wing is in really nice, clean condition. It's free from any damage or marks. Everything looks nice and clean. There's no issues. There's a little tiny scratch there, and it's tiny then. So, passenger side front wheel and tyre. The wheel's in great condition. There's no damage. It looks really nice and clean. It's a Nexon tyre, and it's got approximately 6 or 7 mil, I'd say. Under the arch looks really nice and clean. That's all good. So the windscreen is free from any stone chips or cracks. Passenger mirror back is in nice clean condition, and as is the mirror. So let's go over the pillars first. Hopefully, as you can see, there's no dents, no marks, no scratches, everything looks nice and clean. Passenger side of the roof, and again, it's in great condition, there's no damage. So before I go down the passenger side, I always like to have a look at this view. it gives you a decent indication in regards to the colours. You can see that there's not been any panels that have been individually painted. Also, you can see that it's had no damage because obviously there's no misalignment of gaps. Everything looks good. So let's go down passenger side. Always a nice view to have a look on a vehicle is down this panel, because one we can see is also if there's any dents or anything that doesn't look right. And as you can hopefully see from that, the paint and the panels are very clean and in great condition. Side step is also in nice condition as well. So again, from this side, again you can see there's no nasty marks or dents. Everything looks nice and clean. I've just noticed there is a little tiny dent just here. Can you see it? There's a little tiny mark as well. It isn't anything specifically bad, but it's just there. Side step, as you can see, is in nice condition. Onto the rear quarter. And again, it's in great condition. There's no obvious marks or dents. Everything looks nice and clean. I'm being extremely critical. There's a tiny little mark there. But other than that, I can't see anything else. There's a stone chip just there, which is tiny. Right, so passenger side rear wheel and tyre, it's a matching tyre, wheels in great condition. Under the arch, again it looks in great condition, it's nice and clean. Passenger side tail light is in nice condition, there's no damage. There is a slight rub mark on the lens, but it's not cracked, it's not damaged, there's no misting, everything looks good. There's a little tiny mark there, and there's a few very faint, looks like it's rubbed against a bush. Rear bumper, there is a small mark on there. There's another one just there, but other than that, it looks good. Nice clean condition. Tow bar looks in good condition. It's got the latest style LED electrics. Tailgate. And again, from this angle, I can't see any dents. Let's have a couple of passes over, just make sure we're not missing anything. So there is a small dent just there. It is tiny, but it is there. And there's a very small mark just there, but other than that, can't see anything else. And there is another one there. There is a reversing camera on this. It works really well as well. I've seen it. Obviously I reversed it here. Works great, but I will show it you working when we get inside. So obviously it's got a canopy. It's a genuine canopy. It's a style that they put on from new. Very expensive. Really nice quality canopies as well. And don't they look good? So let's have a look in the back. It's got decent pneumatics. They hold themselves up easily. They go up, no problems. Looking at the top of the lid, you can see there are a few more dents now. Obviously part and parcel of these hiding that. It's done its job really, I suppose, but when people put things into these, they do sometimes. When you put stuff, it's obviously the temptation is not to drop this down, it's to put it through there. High level lights, nice and clean. Oh, it's got soft opener, that's nice. Nice to see those. Shows that someone's cared about it. In the back, it's nice and clean. It's obviously not had a hard life. Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. In the back, it's got the sliding windows. They work fine. LED light. Although that looks cracked. It's got some plastic over, so it's had a whack at some point. No, they're fine. It's nice and clean. Canopy's in good condition. Sound. Let's go down the driver's side. So, tail light, nice clean condition, no damage. There's no cracks, there's no misting, everything looks nice and clean. Onto the rear quarter. And again, just looking for any marks or dents. Been really critical. There is a tiny little mark there. I don't even think it's going to show up. It is there. But other than that, panel's in great condition. It's all in good condition. Driver's side rear wheel and tyre. Again, the wheel's in fantastic condition. It's a matching tyre. Matching tread depth as well. Under the arch, again, really nice and clean. Right, so let's go down the pillars again. And again, in great condition. There's no damage, no marks, no dents. Everything looks nice and clean. Onto the roof, driver's side. Everything's nice and clean. There's no damage. So, quick look on the driver's side. And again, there's no misalignment of gaps. There's no mismatch of paint. Everything looks good. So let's go down the driver's side. And again, I can see the panels are in really nice, clean condition. There's no signs of any paint or anything like that. Side steps are in nice, clean condition. And that's again, same again. Everything's nice and clean. There is, just seeing there, I was going to say it's like a rub mark, you know when you rub against a tree, but as I'm rubbing it, it's coming off. So there is a slight mark. It's not actually there now. I mean, just rubbing it with my finger, it's coming off. So it's just like it's rubbed against a tree or something, or like a bush or something. It's not serious, and I don't even think it's going to show on the camera, but it's just I'd rather show it if it's there. Driver's side front wing. And again, it's in great condition. There's a couple of very fine scratches, and I don't think they're going to show either, but they are there. Driver's side mirror back, nice and clean, as is the mirror. And then driver's side front wheel and tyre, wheels in great condition, no damage. It's a matching tyre, matching tread depth to the opposite side. So yeah, that's a full set of Nexons. It's a decent tyre, good quality. And under the arch again, you can see everything's nice and clean and nothing out of shape. Right, so let's have a look inside. Now, before I go inside, it is worth mentioning that as long as you've got your key in your pocket, in your wallet, in your person, you can press that button there and it will lock it and unlock the vehicle. Obviously the keys are inside, so I can't do it now. Door card is nice and clean, free from any damage. Everything looks all good. On the driver's armrest, you've got your electric window ×4 and then your window lock. And also you can operate your central locking from there as well, because it's open, so it's not going to work. Driver's seat is fully electric. Bolsters are really nice and firm. Material's really nice and clean. Obviously the Barbarian embossed seats. Good quality seat. And they are very comfortable sitting. It's fully electric. And it's got the full manoeuvrability. And everything works as it should. Go. So it's got Mitsubishi mats all round. The carpets are in nice clean condition. There is a little bit of tiny wear there, edge where your heel of your foot goes, but normal. But the carpets are in nice clean condition. It's got the Barbarian lit up footplate, which works fine. Passenger seat, bit of dust on it. Bolsters are really very firm, material's really nice, it doesn't look like it's been sat in. Obviously a lot of these vehicles are used as directors' vehicles. They'll just go up and down the country, do the mileage. Obviously like this one, it's got amazing history. It's just been cared for and looked after and used sparingly. And obviously as such, not generally many people sit in there apart from the driver. But yeah, passenger seat just feels like new. The bolsters are dead firm, just as they would be when they're new. We'll have a look at the back seats in a few minutes, but they look good as well. Roof lining is nice and clean, it's free from any damage. And also good news, it doesn't smell of anything inside, doesn't smell like it's been smoked in or anything like that. It just smells neutral. Dashboard is really nice and clean, there's no damage. cracking media centre in these, good reversing camera, lots of options. Obviously I can't show you everything, but I'll show you a few bits and bobs before we continue anyway. But yeah, everything looks nice and clean. There's no damage on anything. Everything looks really nice and clean. Steering wheel's in nice clean condition. There's a tiny little bit of fading on the top, just where obviously the sun hits it. It's just completely normal. But looking at it in a deeper level, there's no stitching out of place. There's no nasty marks, and everything looks really nice and clean on it. Right, so let's start it up. There are 2 proper keys, and there's 3 canopy keys as well. To start, obviously, as long as the key's in the vehicle, you put your foot on the brake. Can't get my camera on there. Stop start button's there. Just press it once. Does preheat. Fires into action straight away, no problem. So, as you can see on the dashboard, there's no warning lights other than the fact that the handbrake is on and I'm not wearing my seatbelt. Obviously it's automatic, so obviously the specific gear that you're in will show there. Steering wheel controls. Left hand side is basically your cruise control, then the the right hand side is your cruise control, the left hand side is your media centre, and then down below you can answer your phone, hang up, and also use voice commands. Obviously it's got a manual gearbox option, which you can basically put your foot on the brake, bring it down and bring it over to the right hand side, and then you can use your flappy paddles to drive it in a manual gearbox. And obviously you can see from that it's in first, second, third. No, it doesn't do that. So yeah, obviously you put it in drive, I think, which most people will do. Down by your right knee you've got stability control, lane departure warning, your electric mirrors, which do fold and they do work. They work perfectly. Obviously electric windows, tinted rear windows, which are electric, and they all work perfectly as well. Media centre, quite funky on these, I like them. So the panel opens, and in here you've got your map on your SD card, and then you can put music and whatever on those as there, and obviously you've got your SD card slot as well. CD player, sorry. Map, obviously just standard stuff in regards to that. You've got your media centre, so AM, FM, long wave, DAB. Actually it doesn't show AM, maybe it doesn't have AM. So FM, medium wave, long wave, which I think is long wave might be AM. And obviously DAB, which is probably the one that you would use, I would have thought, is the one I'd go for. Obviously a better quality sound. Reversing camera, lovely clear picture, very clear picture. Actually one of the best on the market in regards to the clarity and the clearness of the actual picture. Works really well, great for hooking up get my words out. And obviously you get your phone and everything else, and then obviously normal stuff. If we click on Gordon Bennett,
the request hour, Radio X. Brilliant, that from Food.
So as you can hear, all the speakers work fine, there's no distortion, everything works as you would expect. Heated seats, let me just try those while we're here. Switchable 4-wheel drive. Armrest is nice and clean, there's no damage, nice and firm. Coin tray. Obviously cup holders in the front, and then obviously switchable 4-wheel drive. Everything works as you would expect it to. It's got air conditioning, so let's try that. Bring it down to low. Air comes on, temperature's down. Aircon works, it's nice and cold. It's got that bite to it, so that works fine. You've also got USB for plugging your phone in, and obviously all that works fine as well. Glasses holders. Yeah, it's all good. I don't think there's anything else really to show you. Like I said before, you know, if you think I've missed something, let me know. I'll show you. It's not a problem. I think just generally speaking, I tend not to, but you never know. But yeah, everything's good. Runs nice. Obviously, it's got great history. So let's have a look in the back. Before I do that, let's just pop the bonnet. Pop the bonnet. You just use this button here. Oh, it's worth noting. Also, it's got LED lighting all around the vehicle. So it's got like little ambient lights. Looks really nice. Dead smart. In the back, so driver's side rear. Now it looks like he's had something in the back stored, so maybe they've not been used as seats, but maybe it's been used for storage, and they've got a few little marks, if you see. Electric windows all round. So the seats in the back, as I suspected, they feel like brand new. The bolsters are extremely hard. They just feel really nice. Cup holders in the rear on your armrest. And then behind the seat, you can see you've got your tools and your bottle jack. All the mats are nice and clean, carpets are nice and clean. Everything looks all good. All very nice. Let's have a quick look in the passenger side. It's also worth mentioning while I'm here, we do specialise in pickup trucks. That's what we do. We've always got plenty on site, and there's always new ones arriving all the time. Not quite as many at the moment as we usually have. We usually aim to have around 80 to 100 vehicles on site. I think we've probably got about 30 at the minute. But check our prices out. You'll find that we are the best prices around. Hence you're looking at this vehicle now, I expect. Right, so passenger side door card is in lovely condition. There's no damage. Everything looks nice and clean. Good mats. Carpets are clean. No surprises. It just doesn't look like that seat's been used. In the back, again, nice and clean, no damage. Everything looks all good. Mats are in great condition. Carpets are in great condition. Yeah, all good. Let's have a look under the bonnet. Hopefully you're still with me. I realise it's a long video, but if you look at it on the basis that watching my video usually takes less time than making a journey that might be not for you, it's worth thinking about it on that way. Right, so under the engine, it's really clean, to be honest. There's obviously, you can see we don't clean them, and that shows that there's a bit of crud on that. But it's in great condition. Obviously it's had seven services. It's been really well maintained. Turbo unit, as you can see, is really very clean. There's no oily residue around it. Everything looks good. On the engine block, again, there's no signs of any oily residue. No signs of any historic oil leaks. Everything looks nice and clean. It's obviously had a new battery at some point, because that one's been on it from new. Belts look in good condition from what I can see. Everything just looks clean. Fluids are clean and to correct levels. There's some cobwebs, look. Yeah, everything looks great. There's the header tank. Right, so let's have a quick look underneath. Again, you can see no signs of any historic oil leaks. Everything underneath looks really nice and clean and dry. Exhaust in great condition. Chassis in good condition. Rear diff. Just trying to see, I can't see. Yeah, it's nice and clean. There's no leaks or oily residue on it. Everything looks good. Spare wheel, I think that's an alloy. So that's good news. And it's got a good tyre on it. I'd say there's probably 10mm on the spare. So that's good news as well. So if you're looking at this, I mean, from my point of view, looking at it from the outside in, it's in really nice, clean condition. There's obviously a couple of little bits on it, but it's done 70,000 miles on a UK road. What would you expect? But yeah, great condition, sensible miles, fantastic service history, nice inside, great spec. Get it bought. It won't be here long, I can guarantee it. So for the moment, thanks for watching and sticking with me. I really appreciate it. It's also worth mentioning that if you like the vehicle, have a look on Facebook. There's going to be pictures on there that you won't see anywhere else. There's not many, but it's worth having a look anyway. But for the moment, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. Really appreciate it. Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.